This is a tutorial on how to share folders and files. I'm going to encourage you to share folders versus just individual files. So we will show you how this is to be done. So the first thing you can use is Google Drive. Now, if you already have a Google account, that's fine. If you don't have a Google account, then you may need to sign up for one if you want to go that path. You do not need to sign up for a Google Drive. You can share with your Microsoft OneDrive, which you have access to as a student at Salt Lake Community College. So I'm gonna pop open an incognito window here just to show you what. So if you type in Google Drive here, we'll bring up the same page we were just looking at. You can click sign in, and then right here you can say create account. Do this for personal use. So I'm just showing you the first steps here, and then it's coming up with with this information, and then you can just keep going along. You'll have to put in your date and stuff. You can sign up for an account that way. I'm not going to go through that whole process. I'm just showing you how that gets started. So if you are in this and you have a Google account, when you click sign in, it will automatically pop you over to your Google Drive. Click on My Drive, and then you can see your folders listed here. And so I have a folder called Pictures to Share and a Pictures to Share tutorial, but I'll just show you. So if I don't have any files in this, so if we pop in here, we don't have any files in this directory. And so you can do this whether you've got files shared or not. If it's got a little person symbol right there, that indicates that the folder has been shared. So I went through this process already just to see how it worked, just so I can inform you. So right here it says restricted, anyone with this link. And so if you're using Google, you will need to do it this way. So anyone with a link, and then just leave them as a viewer. Don't add the comment or anything. You can copy this link, and I'm just going to bring up, this is an assignment submission. You can take that link, you can drop that link in here like this, hit enter. So you need to hit enter on there so you can see that it turns into a link. And so when we reply to this is the Google Drive for my shared pictures. And so you can check this. And I think I'm going to post this tutorial into all the discussions. I am teaching 2 classes this semester, Photoshop and design. Other semesters I teach other classes, but for those, I'll show you how this will work for both of those classes and all the other classes that I teach. So we're going to go into Pictures to Share, and right here, I created a folder. I created a folder on my computer, and it's called Pictures to Share. And you can see I've just taken some pictures off of my phone, and I can drag and drop these pictures. So we can select this. So I clicked the first one, I clicked Shift on PC, and then I'm just going to drag these over. So if you can see, all of these are starting to load into that. So all of these are loading into the file. I'm going to bring up another browser that is not attached to. You can see here this is my Salt Lake Community College just personal Gmail, and then I have my own personal Gmail here. And so if I put this, if I copy this link into this URL, it will show me those files. If you go into you can see shared with me, and then it shows the Pictures to Share. So now this is showing up as a folder. If I click on OneDrive in my personal, I'm not going to see those. I need to click on shared with me, and then I will see that pictures to share. You can see all these other things that have been shared with me. So so if I click on this, so this is me accessing it as a different user. I can hold this up, I can click on those, and then with this little button, I can scroll through those pictures. This is why I would like you to share the folders with me. So it's easier, and you can share these in the discussion. And as students click on those, and they can do just what I did that's the easiest way to look at the pictures. So another thing is, if you don't want to share all of your pictures from all of your files, so you can create here a new folder. And then I am doing this in my, sorry, that is not, I accidentally clicked on, I am going to click on new folder right here. And then we can just call this. Now I checked out this other website that will rename photos like this to something else. It's called Riffo. And it looks like, so Riffo, it's riffo.ai. It looks like this, and you can upload 10 files at a time. So if you want to do more files on this, there's other options out there, but I just did this for fun to test out this little Riffo AI renaming. So I'm going to call that this, I'm going to create this folder. So, and you see that it's got the little people icon on it, and that means that whatever I put in there will be shared with everyone. So this is a strategy I'm going to suggest you do for your assignment, is you create a new folder, and once you have your files ready to upload, so I created, so here again is my directory, and I'm going to look in my Riffo directory. I'm going to select all of those. I'm going to move these over here. So these are showing up now. So these are downloading, and you will see that the Photoshop files are much bigger. Now this didn't used to work. In years past, you could not look at the PSD files, but Google has updated that, and so you can look at the pictures. You can see the names. So these are the pictures that I had, and so here is the Photoshop file, and you can see it takes just a little bit longer for it to load. And there's another. Oh, and here's another Photoshop file. You can just close this window there, and you can see all of those files that are listed here. And my head's kind of in the way here. I'll move this over just a little bit. So you can see there's the files. And now if we use that same link, so I'm going to use this, and I'm going to paste this link in again to another browser. So we'll paste this in here, and so it's showing. So once again, this is shared with me. The pictures to share. Now I'm seeing that other directory, and then I can pull those up. So you can, if we go back here, you will see that for this directory, so now let's see if I can share it. So I can copy this link, and if I put this link in, so now it just shows me like I am in this will just show the link, so you could just share the link just to the folder of your assignment, and that will be fine. But you don't have to go through the share process again. You can just, like I was showing here, you can come over here and grab your link from the share. Just copy the link right there. So I'm going to go back into the assignment. So I'm going to do it just a little bit differently this time. Riffo renamed files. Right here, I'm going to select this, we've got, it says external link, and then I am going to paste this in, click done. So now you can see that there are two different ways to create these links. This one's got a link that's kind of in the background. If you've done a little bit of technology, this is the HTML that goes behind it, so you can undo that. And so this is what it looks like when I post this. So before I post my reply, I'm going to show you another strategy that we've got here, and that is with Microsoft OneDrive. So if you just Google OneDrive, you can click on this personal cloud Microsoft Drive. We're just gonna click on this OneDrive here. So this brings it up. It shows that I'm logged in here. If we hover over, this is my Salt Lake Community College account. I can click View Account. So this brings me up to this page, and there's some things on here. But if you click the little hamburger menu or the Rubik's Cube menu up at the top, you can see OneDrive here. And so in here, it's showing the most recent files that I've looked at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here on my files, and I have got pictures to share OneDrive. We're going to go with this. I've already uploaded files, so I am going to create, so right here I've got an empty drive, and with both of those you can see, so this one also has a little people icon on it. So this one I've already shared, but I'm going to go through the process to this, and so I can click on the share here. So you can right click to do this, or you can do you can't do it from there. Because they've just got a little icon for it. So right here, this is the share icon. I'm going to click on this, and right here I've got can view, which is right, and then I'm going to do link settings, and it's got people in Salt Lake Community College. Now this is one of the reasons I'm going to suggest OneDrive over Google Drive, is because we can set an expiration date for when you want to stop sharing that folder. And so I'm just going to do it for the semester because I don't want to remember. So December 13th is the last day of the class, or the last day of the semester. And so I'm going to click apply here. And then I'm going to copy the link. So link copied. Now the interesting thing here is if you go under manage, it's going to show Mike Seebach, and I'm guessing that's the way to pronounce his name. I have never met Mike, but it looks like as part of whatever Salt Lake Community College is doing, they're giving him admin access to a shared folder if you do it this way. He's probably getting an email for that. But I'm going to bring our assignment back up, and we're going to, this one has a little bit more friendly pictures to share OneDrive tutorial. So we're gonna move this one off to the side, but this is what it looks like. So one other interesting thing about this, if you have Google Drive installed on your computer, so I've got it right here for Salt Lake Community College. We'll go down to pictures to share the tutorial. I'm going to open this, and there are no files in here. So I'm going to do it a little bit differently. So I'm going to share one picture, and I'm just going to drive it into, so I'm taking it, I need to find my folder. That's the wrong. So I'm going to go, because these are my downloads. I've got pictures to share. So I'm going to bring this over to the side. So we've got two, and this is in my directory structure. You can do a similar thing on the Mac. So I'm going to copy this one file over there into the, so both of these directories are on my computer. However, if you've got OneDrive set up like I do right here in your path, we can move it in that directory. We don't need to copy it onto the web. So we'll go look at this. And so here's the one file that I moved, and this is just on my computer, but those drives are uploading to my, there. So you can see here's the file that I shared over from my pictures to share in my downloads directory. And so this is shared over there now with everyone at Salt Lake Community College. Okay, so the other thing that you can do, and I've already copied the other files, you can do similar. You can drag these files over, and we're going to put those in there, and you can see this is similar to Google in that you can upload those files just like that. Now, like I was talking before, we probably want to create a directory or a folder for each one of your projects that you're going to share with the class. And so we'll go over that really quickly here. So in here, we're going to create, and then we're going to do folder. And once again, I'm going to upload my AI, my Riff AI. Oh, the Riffo. And then we'll call this SLCC, renamed AI, renamed images. So we're going to create the directory here. Now, the interesting thing is I'm going to look, this is back on my computer. It created the directory on my computer because it's inside of the Salt Lake Community College OneDrive. So I've got this here. Going to open this. There's nothing in the folder. We'll go nothing in the folder here. Sound like a magician. So here I am going to copy my Riffo files. I'm going to copy these into, so I'm selecting all the files and I'm just going to move them there. So here we go. These are the files. Now I'm going to click on one of these just like I did in Google Drive, and it's showing these different photos that I brought down off of my camera. And I was happy to see that the Photoshop files, even though they take longer, it will pull up the Photoshop files. It's interesting in Google Drive, it's a little bit more obvious that they're a Photoshop file. Because we're getting lost in my. You can tell there's something up with these because they have the whiteboard around that. That somehow is different than the other photos, because if we switch back, you will notice that we've got, it's made it smaller, but this is the same photo. So now let's go back to the OneDrive. So here we have this. These are the Riffo images. So you can do this similar thing. You're going to share this. And it's taking a little bit of time to come up here. Okay, so it's coming up here. And because this file, this directory is already inside, we do not need to do the whole share thing like we did. It's showing it's already there. And so I'm just going to copy the link. And then we're going to go back over here and we're going to paste this link. So this is one. And so here OneDrive, and then this is Google Drive. Okay, so now I'm just going to reply on this. So now this is coming in with all of the other things that have been submitted. And here's the test student down here. I'm going to click on that, and then this shows, this one shows both the directory and the other one, and the subdirectory. So, and then there's, if we click on that one, it's just showing us the subdirectory. So that is how to share files. I am going to put this on YouTube and share this with the class. And then I will also go back to that assignment and put it in the link.